Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I gotta hit the stretch real quick. There we go. Alright, I feel comfortable now. But anyways, no, I wanted to talk on this. I can't even call it like an ongoing trend. It just seems like that it's people's life now. The way that people be on their phones, bruh. Like, I get if you're out somewhere by yourself, and even then, still, you need to be aware of your surroundings. Like, you don't know what's going on and stuff. And I feel like when people, they be that locked in on their phone, like, some stuff could go down. You wouldn't be able to, the thing is this, you wouldn't be able to see it happening or coming towards you, I guess, if it is going to involve you, because you're so locked in on nothing. Like, it trips me out. I see where people, they just be like just doom scrolling on social media, you know, or they're playing a game on their phone. And fam, like, there's people that I know that do that, and I'm like, you know, it's one of those things where I just, and you would think it would be the other way around, because I know people would probably be like, you're a content creator, I imagine you're on your phone all the time. That's the thing. If I'm by myself, like if I'm like in my room, or if I'm out and about and I know I'm going to be in an area for a long period of time, thing is this, if nobody's engaging in a conversation with me, yeah, I'm probably gonna bust my phone out and just start, you know, scrolling through. But that's the thing though, like, I don't just be scrolling on social media for just no reason, just I gotta keep up with the quote unquote tea. I gotta, you know, look and see what this person, like, you know, just snooping around, being nosy. I gotta see what this person, yeah, it might like cross my mind, like, dang, I haven't heard from that person in a while, I haven't seen, like, let me see if they still on social media like that. But I'm not like, I gotta go through each of my friends on social media and all the platforms, or I'd be on my phone for like hours on end. Nah, bro, like the most that I'll be on my phone, like and it's just like, let's say like hours done pass, like I'll check my phone from time to time throughout the day, but I would have to say, so yeah, 24 hours in the day, I'm on my phone for probably like 10% of the 24 hours. So like it's really, I'm not on my phone like that. I should be, you know, I guess like I probably would have more stuff to do when it comes down to content creating, but yeah, bro, it's like it's not needed, you know, like, and the thing is this, and I know people will probably be all like, oh well, you shouldn't have a phone, then you should just get rid of it. No, I need my phone for obvious reasons, like to listen to my music, what else, you know, then yeah, it does help me out with content creating, but yeah, at the end of the day, I just don't be on my phone like that, you know, like I you know, I'm on my phone, I guess, for like a healthy amount of, you know, time throughout the day and things. But anyway, so the main motivation behind this podcast episode is this video that's going viral of this woman, and I'm like, one area, or just, you know, like when you're doing this one particular activity, definitely should not be on the phone. Not like how this woman was. It's like, you know, I get like maybe if you an Uber driver, or if you just checking the phone, but even then, like, just even still doing that, checking the phone real quickly and stuff, anything can happen when you're out on the road. But anyways, this woman is on her phone. I'm probably gonna do a voiceover video to this at some point in time, but anyways, woman is on her phone, barely paying attention to the road. She was, I had to say, throughout the duration of that video, she was looking at her phone more than she was looking at the at the road. And the video is like maybe 40 something seconds, like almost 50 seconds and stuff. I think it was like 49 seconds if I remember. But anyways, but yeah, she's on her phone for probably like 40 of them 49 seconds, right? She ends up crashing into this ditch, hitting this sign. The funny part about it, though, the car was rented. It wasn't even her own car. Even if it was her own car, I imagine she still would have had the same reaction. But no, yeah, the car was rented. So it's like, I think like that's how it works out too with like cars that you rent. If it's an accident caused by somebody else, the company will cover like the, I guess like whatever the damage is and stuff. And yeah, it's like, but that's if you get the insurance on the car. Like, yeah, if you don't get the insurance, they're gonna be like, yeah, you gonna have to fix this and stuff. So, but anyways, they have it where if you mess up though, then you got to pay whatever the damages are and stuff. So for those that don't know how that stuff be working out and things, but anyways, but yeah, she crashed the car, wrecked it. And well, no, she wrecked it. It's like, cause it was like driving in the ditch. I think she hit that sign and then she just stopped and was having a fit and stuff. But it's like, lady, and the funny thing is, she'll try to make it seem like that she was doing something important on her phone, and it's like, okay, why not pull over? Handle whatever business you gotta handle on the phone, even if it's on some stuff where you're texting somebody, you're I guess if it's like work related, figure that stuff out before you get on the road. Because my thing is this, let's just say that there was somebody that was walking on the side of the street, because that's something that I always be paying attention to, like especially I'm outside exercising. Like, fam, there have been times where I've like exercised on roads where I really don't be exercising on anymore, but like there'll be cars that will be flying down that road, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, hopefully these guys ain't distracted, you know. If so, it's like, hopefully I'm not in the area when they're distracted. Hopefully I done went down on another road or something and then they decide to do whatever they want to do. But yeah, man, but it's like, it could have been worse, you know. Worst case scenario, yeah, let's say somebody was walking, because she was driving pretty fast in that video. Worst case scenario, somebody's walking down that street, she done hit them. So it's like, what do you think she's going to do in that situation? She's going to probably panic. She, who knows on whether or not she'll stay at the scene and try to help the person out or drive off. But yeah, you'll hear stuff like that where it's like the one woman, I don't think she was on her phone though. I think that woman was like high and drunk. But yeah, she killed, I believe, yeah, she killed 2 people because she was, yeah, she was just under the influence and stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty sure though that there's probably been numerous cases where people have been distracted by their phone. That's why you hear them laws where it's like, don't text and drive. Don't be talking on the phone and driving. Don't do anything on your phone and be driving. And I guarantee and I promise you, if we look hard enough, because I be reacting to them body cam videos, if we look hard enough, there's probably going to be a video. If it hasn't been uploaded already, there's probably going to be a video that gets uploaded of a woman all like, oh, I wasn't texting or on the talking on the phone. I was scrolling through social media. It's funny how it's like there'll be that entitlement where it's like, and you think that's normal. You think it's normal to just be scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through TikTok, scrolling through whatever platform of your preferred choice while you are on the road. You are in a multi-$1,000 vehicle, okay? A car that is well over 1,000 pounds. My question is, and you know, if I'm a cop, my question is to that individual, how would that make you feel if there is a multi-$1,000 car that's well over 1,000 pounds? Let's just say, you know what? Hold on for a second. Let me see. What is the world's heaviest car? The Soviet Zil-4. What? Okay, it's a limousine, but let's just see what this looked like. Okay, it's like some old-fashioned limousine. How much did it weigh? They say it weighed 7,000 pounds. Okay, so there's this holds the record for the we're weighing at 7,000 pounds. Okay, so there's this Soviet Zil 41,047 limousine driving at let's see what's the top speed for it. Top speed. Let's see. Okay, I was about to say 190 miles per hour. I'm like, dang, this thing was fast. But no, it was 118 miles per hour, all right? So let's just say
eczema isn't always obvious, but it's real. And so is the relief from Ebglyss. After an initial dosing phase, about 4 in 10 people taking Ebglyss achieved itch relief and clear or almost clear skin at 16 weeks. And most of those people maintain skin that's still more clear at 1 year with monthly dosing.
Ebglyss, lebrikizumab, LBKZ, a 250 milligram per 2 milliliter injection, is a prescription medicine used to treat adults and children 12 years of age and older who weigh at least 88 pounds or 40 kilograms with moderate to severe eczema, also called atopic dermatitis, that is not well controlled with prescription therapies used on the skin or topicals, or who cannot use topical therapies. Ebglyss can be used with with or without topical corticosteroids. Don't use if you're allergic to Epglis. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Epglis. Before starting Epglis, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Searching for real relief? Ask your doctor about Epglis and visit epglis.lilly.com or call 1-800-LILY-RX or 1-800-545-5979.
Una silla de masajes puede parecer extravagante. 8 configuraciones diferentes, intensidad ajustable, además es calefaccionado. Y se siente tan bien. Sí, una silla de masajes puede parecer extravagante. Y 2, bueno, aún más. Pero cuando esas sillas de masajes vienen con un auto, se vuelven bastante prácticas. El nuevo Volkswagen Tiguan 2025 con funciones premium como los asientos delanteros con masaje disponibles. Solo parece extravagante.
It's going at its top speed. This limousine that's 7,000 pounds is going at its top speed, and you're on the side of the road, and that limousine hits you, breaks your body in half, and the person is, and you ask the individual, it's like, how did you not see me? Like, what were you doing? And they're talking about, I was on my phone scrolling through social media. One of my friends has sent me an Instagram reel. One of my friends sent me a TikTok. I can't just ignore their messages like that. Oh, I'm texting my parent, or I'm texting my friend, my significant other. What does that have to do with your 7,000 pound vehicle splitting my body in two to where I'm most likely never gonna walk again? But you're going to sit here and you're gonna say it with like you meant that, like you don't have no remorse about being on your phone and stuff. Because the crazy thing is, it's like people, they'll do some stuff like that, right? They'll be on their phone texting and driving, or calling, talking on just doing whatever on their phone, right? Be on their phone, and they end up doing something crazy, and then they just go right back to being on their phone like nothing happened. Like, it trips me out how glued, or how people just be so glued to their phone. And you would think, like, somebody like me, it's like I would be defending that. I would be defending people being glued to their phone. I don't know, I guess, like, with me, I'm old-fashioned, you know, like, I still remember my first phone, and it was one of them, like, Virgin Mobile flip phones. I only had 20 minutes to do stuff on that phone. So, like, half the time I had that phone, couldn't do anything to it. Couldn't pull the phone out, couldn't show nobody. Like, I remember I was so happy about getting that phone, but then it was like I realized like I was limited. Like, I couldn't do nothing on that phone. Like, it was funny because so it was like a 20-minute limit that my mom would give me. So there would be days I remember, because I had this phone when I was in middle school. So there would be days where I would run out of minutes, and I'm like, Mom, you're gonna have to give me 20 more minutes on this phone, because I ran out of minutes. I'm like, playing games. What else? Just doing random stuff. I'm like, I ain't got no more minutes. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom, but you're gonna have to go to Best Buy real quick and get me some minutes, or go somewhere and stuff. So anyways, then eventually I ended up getting, it was like the phone, it was supposed to be like a free version, I think, of the Razor flip phones from back in the day. But it was like a free version that they came out with. So you know how like they got like the Samsung Galaxy S series. The phone that I had was like, like I said, the Razor flip phone, but like a free version. So it was like the Samsung like A series or something like that, right? Got that phone. I was able to do more with that phone, but all I could really do is like text and call. Like, yeah, I could go and like play some games and do a little bit more stuff on that phone, but still was limited. Then I had got this one phone where it was like one of them like texting where it had like the keyboard and stuff on it, but it was like a flip. So it was kind of like how them Z Fold phones are, but they had like a keyboard. So no, actually the Sidekick, but instead of it sliding up and stuff, it opened up. So yeah, I was like, bro, thought I was the stuff with that phone, right? Got me an iPhone. Then I was like, bro, like, nah, man, I'm one of the cool kids. I was like, nah, bro, this is the best phone I could probably. Had that iPhone for the longest. I had that iPhone pretty much until that phone was like acting all slow, couldn't even work properly, all that stuff. But anyways, no, I took care of all my phones, like, but I remember when I was younger, I would doom scroll. I'd be posting a lot, sharing a lot, just doing any and everything off of them phones. As I've gotten older, and what's crazy is that, yeah, I'm a full-time content creator, so you would think like, okay, he's on his phone 24/7. He probably is that one that be texting and driving, scrolling through social media and driving. Fam, when I go out in public, all I'm doing on my phone is listening to music. Yeah, I guess like if I'm like, let's say I'm standing in line and it's a long line, yeah, I might pull my phone out and look through social media for a little bit, you know, or if like for an example, when I used to work in Seattle and I was waiting for the bus, yeah, I would probably be on my phone for a little bit, but as soon as I had got on that bus, I maybe would, depending on what I was doing and stuff, I might be on my phone for a little bit longer and things, put that music on, headphones in, knocked out of sleep, you know. And yeah, there'll be people on the bus where it's like, or just people I see anywhere else, they just be on their phone just 24/7 and stuff, and that's like a pet peeve of mine, where I be talking with people and they just be on their phones, and I'm like, fam, do you not? And then what's crazy is that, so you'll be having a conversation with them, you'll say some things, and then it's like they didn't even hear what you said, and they be like, wait a minute, what did you say? I'm like, I ain't gonna respond. I'm not gonna repeat myself. I'm like, because you should have been listening. Nobody should be that locked in on their phone and there's somebody sitting right next to you having a whole conversation. So yeah, I was like, that's one thing that's like, you know, as like you're younger, you don't really be paying attention to stuff like that, because yeah, I wasn't really familiar with the phone scene, but as I get older, it's like, yeah, I pay attention to stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, you good, bruh? I'm like, I pretty much don't need to, you know, have no conversation with you. You're busy right now, so I'm gonna go do my thing, all right? But yeah, it's like, there's been times where it's like friends I can think of that did that mess in school, and I'm like, bro, like friends and family, and I'm like, bruh, there's like somebody literally having a whole conversation with you and things, and so yeah, that's why I'm like, you know, I see when people be on their phone, I don't be engaging in a conversation with them. I'm like, nah, cause you that locked in. I'm like, I know you ain't gonna listen to nothing that I'm saying and stuff. So yeah, it's like they engage in the conversation with me and they putting the phone away. I'm like, okay, cool, I got your full attention. Now I can have a conversation with you. But yeah, but it's like, it's just one of those things where it's just, you know, people should not be on their phones that much. Like, you should not be that glued to your phones. There is literally, like, here's the thing. Throughout my time being, I guess, one of them doom scrollers, like, it's social media, the internet is depressing, you know. Like, I just was even doing, before I did this podcast episode and I seen that video, I had seen this, it was like a post about like some kid that got shot and killed, and I'm like, I'm not trying to see that, bro. I'm not trying to see nothing crazy. I'm not, because Twitter, they'll do some stuff like that, they'll show you some crazy things, and it's like, I didn't ask for that, you know. So then, but yeah, it's like, it's depressing. Social media is just one big depressing sphere, and that's why I'm like, I try to find like the comedy side to it and make the best out of that. Cause yeah, bro, I just remember when I was younger, I think like, if I had the same mindset I have right now with social media back then, I think mentally I would be in a much more better space. But yeah, overall though, like, nah, social media, it was depressing then, it's depressing now. That's why I'm like, I don't really like being on social media like that. You know, like, the only reason why I go like on social media, like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff, and it's for work. It's just to do content creating stuff. But I'm like, I'm not like on there just doom scrolling and things. Yeah, I might doom scroll to find a video to do a voiceover to, or to do a, like, if it's TikTok, then to do like a stitch or even a voiceover on there. But yeah, other than that, I don't. If I wasn't doing the content creating stuff, I probably wouldn't even have no social media accounts, because I'm like, nah, bro, social media is depressing. Like, there was this a moment where I was thinking about deleting my Instagram, or just deleting all platforms, because I was like, nah, bro, I'm done with social media. Like, I remember I had deleted the apps off of my phone, and I just, like, I think I didn't have them deleted for that long. I can't remember if it was that same day or the next day, but I ended up reinstalling them. But yeah, I deleted all the apps off of my phone. I was like, I deleted Facebook, I deleted Instagram, I deleted Twitter, all that stuff. I was like, I have no need for this stuff anymore. So yeah, it's just, it got to a point where it's like, social media was just annoying. I was like, it's annoying and it's depressing. I don't like it, you know. So yeah, man, it's one of those things where you know, be I guess, like, careful when you're out and about. Don't be on your phones like that. Don't be like that woman that just crashed this rented car and stuff. But yeah, overall though, it's not, social media is not that important. You know, your phones ain't that important. So people, put the phones down, okay? Like, it's okay. You could get through the day without being on your phone, but like, it trips me out. People will be on their phone from when they wake up. They'll, like, you know, wake up, gotta be on their phone. Like, yeah, I know I might wake up, scroll through social media, see what's going on, see what's trending, all that stuff. And then I would have to say, like, that's probably the one time when I'm on my phone, just, you know, just randomly scrolling and things. But other than that, throughout the day. It's just all like work related stuff. So but yeah, you'll have it where people, they gotta like bring their phone to the shower. Like like bringing it to the bathroom, all right, I can understand that, you know, but other than that, it's like, nah fam, you have it where people will they'll bring it to the shower, be driving, be making food, holding their phone, they doing all these different things, just holding their phone, just looking at random stuff, and they'd be like, they done burnt their food, they done left their car keys, they done left their credit card, they done left all these different things. They gotta go back to the house. They're like, okay, let me put my phone down, I ain't gonna touch my phone for the whole day. As soon as they get back outside, get in the car, oh wait a minute, I gotta scroll through social media. And it's like, fam, didn't you just make a promise to yourself you wasn't gonna go on the phone the whole day? And it's like, what are you doing right now? So yeah, man, it's honestly, yeah, but it's like work phone. It's like, you know, having it where there's those kids in school, they gotta be on their phone, be on their phone in the classes and stuff. And there was kids there, I'll never forget, there was kids getting kicked out of the classes for being on their phone. I remember it was like first day of junior year. And I had this history class, and that's who the teacher was the football coach. So this man was like, his anger was like on time, like times it by 10. And so, yeah, it's like any other teacher, they get mad about some stuff, they use like, okay, you know, it's like whatever. This guy got mad about stuff. Oh, he's in the classroom yelling. You would thought that we were the football team. And I'm like, bro, I'm not a quarterback. Okay, I am a student. Relax. Chill out, fam. But anyways, I remember it was first day of school. He's just giving us the rundown of what class is going to be like and stuff. And then he's talking about that. He's all like, yeah, you know, I don't want you guys to be on your phones in the class and stuff. So anyways, he's saying this kid is on his phone. He ain't even paying attention to what the teacher is saying. So he calls the kid out. He's like, all right, you know, he's like, you're gonna have to give me your phone. Kid's like, I'm not giving you my phone. So he was like, you're gonna have to go to the office. This kid really got up and went to the office. And so what's crazy is that this teacher, if it was like on some stuff where you was respectful towards him, he wouldn't even trip. He'll probably give you just give you a warning, because no, that's what he did to me. So there was a time, so this phone that I had, or was it, what phone was it? I can't remember if it was the iPhone or if it was my that flip like phone and stuff, but not the fake Razor phone, but it was like that one. It was kind of like, it came out in that Sidekick era and stuff, but I can't remember what phone it was. But anyways, I remember I felt my phone go off. I looked at it, seen what was being said. I was like, all right, it's whatever. I seen somebody at the corner of my eye. I turned and looked. It was the teacher, bro. The one that gave us the rundown. Because there was two teachers. There was like this college guy that was like a kind of like a temporary teacher, and then there was a normal teacher and stuff. So anyways, I seen him standing in the corner of the classroom, and I'm like, bro, I wasn't even putting up no fight. Because no, the thing is this. He told us what the business was about having phones out in his class. I messed up. I'm like, I can't even be mad at you. So I handed him my phone. I was like, I ain't even gonna argue with you, bro. I'm like, here you go. Cause I'm like, you told us what the business was for this class. So I think he's seen that. He realized that it's like, okay, you know, it wasn't like he was off, cause I wasn't like in there texting. I just wanted to see what my phone was going off about and stuff. So, but anyways, but yeah, I handed him the phone. He was like, just don't bring it out no more. And he walked out of the class, and I was like, bro, what just happened? Like, dang, okay. I'm like, I guess I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm like, all right then. But anyways, I remember there was a day though that he like cornered me in the classroom. He was yelling at me. It's like, all right, bro, calm down. I'm like, this one of those things where I'm all like, yeah, bro, I'll go from a student to trying to fight you. I'm like, you better get out of my face yelling at me and stuff. But anyways, yeah, that teacher, he had anger issues. I remember he showed up to school one time. He had a neck brace on, and I was like, bro, why do you got a neck brace? Like, what happened to you to where you had to have a neck brace on? It's like, yeah, you yelling too much. You need to relax, bro. But anyways, but yeah, people, it's like from kids to adults to the elderly to anybody out there that's on their phones for random hours throughout the day, and you don't even need to be on your phone like that. Put the phone down. Talk with people around you. Have it. And you know what's funny? I have to say that's probably one of the leading factors on why a person doesn't know how to talk to another person. Me, I could go out in public, have a casual conversation with somebody, and it could be about whatever. They can approach me and be all like, oh, you know, I like quantum physics. I'm like, what can you tell me about quantum physics? Like, what could you, because I'm lost with the quantum and I'm lost with the physical part of quantum. So I'm like, you gonna have to tell me what quantum physics is. So I'm like, they'll be telling me all these different things. I am not thinking about my phone. I'm like, yeah, if my phone goes up, check it real quick, put my phone back. Well, I got an Apple Watch, so I could just look at my watch and just be like, okay, it's whatever and stuff. But anyways, but yeah, overall though, I'm like, okay, listening to you, I'm locked in on your conversation and stuff. But yeah, I feel like that's probably one of the leading factors on why a person doesn't know how to communicate and talk with another person, because it's you're put on the spot to have a conversation, you know, versus like with texting, you can like think about like, okay, what can I say? Oh, that's a good thing to say. Oh, so it's like, and all they just saying is LOL and stuff. And I'm like, man, yeah, you can't, yeah, it's like, you imagine, my thing is this. Imagine having a conversation with somebody. That's how you know that they on their phone too much, when they're like saying those like them phrases and stuff like LMAO, LOL, but they're not laughing, you know. So it's like, yeah, let's say it's all like, oh man, I slipped and fell this morning on some ice. Like, yeah, let's say it's the winter and it's snowing outside, and it's like, oh, I slipped and fell on some ice. They look at you and say LOL. I'm like, yeah, I know I can't have no more conversations with you. It's like, you're weird. I'm like, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So, but anyways, yeah, people, put the phones down. Their phones, they like, they're needed, but they're not needed like that. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.